everyone. Welcome into Love My 419. We are back. Woohoo! From the Harold Jaffe Jeweler Studios, I'm Andrew Z. Woohoo! Sandy Eisenberg, the queen of the show. The queen.
Are you sure? Oh, okay. I just wanted to check.
Steve Remy, the other queen of the show. And Bill Delaney. Bill Delaney has been moved up from, you know, when you're at Thanksgiving, you have the kids' table.
Right.
Bill Delaney has been moved up to a full-time co-host.
Wow.
Whoa.
Hey, you didn't even know that, did you?
I had no idea.
Well, why did you think you were sitting here at the beginning of the show?
Breaking news.
What?
He doesn't know where he's at.
I've been here 2 hours and nothing so far. Come on.
He thinks he's still at his breakfast table. He's got no idea.
Right,
Poor
right.
Bill.
The juice wasn't right.
Stop it. Stop it. All right,
we got a ton of stuff to do today. We're going to talk Trump presidency.
Yep.
We're going to talk about roundabouts in Toledo. What are these things all about?
Love them.
Also, there's a new website that the city and county has put $250,000 into to just tell us if we can drink our water or not.
that I love.
Collingwood water.
It's going to be a big one. All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back. Love My 419 coming up next. Hang on. Love My 419 is brought to you by Harold Jaffe Jewelers. Without them, you see this. You don't want to see that, do you? Go check out Harold Jaffe Jewelers. They're on Talmadge, where Toledo gets engaged.
Wondering how I ever got your little hand in mine. Looking over at you like, ain't she beautiful? I'm invisible, but I'll stand right there and smile. You're right beside me, and I see the same thing I see. But I don't mind being the guy with the girl. No.
Welcome back to Love My 419 from the Harold Jaffe Jeweler Studios. Andrew Z. We've got Bill Delaney and then Sandy Eisenberg and Steve Remy as well. A brand new year, a brand new president. President Trump.
Yes.
We're a couple weeks in now, or a week or so in, Bill.
And he's done more than the other guy did the entire 8 years.
But we don't know if it's any good.
Right.
Time's going to tell. He's
It's
done
good.
a lot.
It's good, buddy. It's good.
Go ahead, Sandy.
No, Sandy. No, I'm not. What?
Go ahead, Sandy.
What?
Let us not sling arrows at previous presidentes.
Yes.
Oh, really? No, it's already been slung.
Like, remember George Bush Jr.?
Never heard of him.
Well, that ought to tell you a lot.
Well, okay.
Right idea.
We got the primo right now.
Let's go forward.
Here's what I think.
That's
let's do that.
I'm willing to give the guy a chance.
Me as well.
I want to see what he can do.
I wish
I
the
want to
rest.
see things come and happen in this area.
Right.
Not just out in the southwest or down in the southeast.
Oh,
I
what
wanna
would you
see
like
what
here?
he's going to do in Northwest
He
Ohio.
already did that. He's talked to the
and-
unions this morning or
Yes, he
yesterday,
did,
and that was
they're
a very
happy
good
with
deal.
what they've had to
Absolutely
say.
great.
So we'll see what happens. You know,
He will do
talk's
it.
cheap.
Well, and here's
will
what
do
I
it.
would say. I didn't vote for the guy.
I didn't either.
And Marchione
maybe a year and a half ago, I was at the very beginning. I was like, hey, Trump may be something different. But then he jumped on the crazy train. I didn't jump on the crazy train with him.
Right.
So I didn't vote for him. But I'm willing to give anybody
willing
a shot.
check.
He's our president.
Right. Thank you.
And here's what he's done. He's already saved jobs. He saved the carrier jobs.
Mm-hmm.
It was another company, 2 companies already. If he saves jobs or brings jobs back, he's going to get reelected. That's about all.
Absolutely.
Because for all of us,
Right.
that's all that matters.
Let's
If
get him
jobs.
through the first 4 years.
If he
before
could
we
save,
reelect
if he
him.
could save Anderson's, I'd have a lot more faith.
And let's quit the stuff about
I
the
know.
silly stuff that's coming down against him that should be knocked
Well,
out. This is
First of all,
crazy.
you know, he's his own worst enemy.
Absolutely, his own
true.
mouth. It's
He
his
may-
own mouth,
I mean,
for
he's
sure.
So mine too. I
Well,
make
yours-
my
yours as
mouth
well.
heard, and boom,
Yours
you
as
know.
well.
If
he's
you can't take
rehashing-
it, get off the train. You know.
But, you know, he's rehashing the election. He won
He
the
won.
election.
Yes.
Move forward.
Yeah.
It's not.
Be big-
It's
but
the
it's-
Democrats
no,
that
no,
keep
no.
bringing
But
crap up.
It
Let's
doesn't
stop
matter,
it.
Bill. At some point, you're the president. You have to rise above.
Above.
There
It
you
doesn't
go.
matter. Because,
He has.
because every decision you make, 50% of the country is not going to
Did you
like.
hear his
can't
speech?
battle with you can't battle with that 50% on every decision. There's too many to be made.
You
Let
need-
it go.
Yes.
That's
you need. And stop rehashing how many people showed up.
I'll tell you what.
at the
I'll tell him to let it go when the Dems let it go. When they let it go, we'll see if we can compromise.
Look, you know what? Mitch McConnell was a real creep all 8 years that Obama was,
Who was
president.
he?
Mitch McConnell?
Your jerk.
He doesn't.
Your jerk in the Senate.
I didn't. It wasn't my jerk.
He claims Alzheimer's every time we
I
bring up
want
some
my
bad,
jerk.
some bad
Yeah,
Republican.
well,
Is there
you know
anything
what?
else going on this week? Okay, we're done with that. Move on.
all right,
Here we go.
well,
Listen, Mitch
What?
McConnell caused lots of problems, and a lot of things didn't get done that should have gotten done. So,
Because-
and then he claims that he never did this and he never did that. So let's just move forward. You have to respect the office.
Yep.
You know,
Wait and
give
see
the
what
guy a
happens.
But you had to
break.
bring up Mitch McConnell. I
Well,
mean, it was
because
what
you're
for?
talking about Democrats doing this, that, and the other thing. What the heck do you think that the Democrats?
They can't even put somebody in charge of the Democratic Party right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, look who's in charge of yours.
all right.
Good man.
So we will see. We'll give the
We'll
benefit of
see.
the doubt. Hopefully,
Absolutely.
he's
I'm giving
look,
the
like,
guy
I'm
a chance.
before I'm a Democrat because I'm more independent leaning Democrat. But before I'm
I'm an American first.
Before I'm with any party, I'm an American. So I want him to succeed.
And
I
I
want
want-
a million jobs to come back.
Right.
I don't care. I don't care.
They
Well,
will.
all I
They
know
are.
is he's got 4 years to get a decent haircut. That's all I know.
Stop
That's
it.
not
That
gonna
is-
happen.
And a much better colorist.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you
Nobody
go.
has a shelf like that. I mean, let them have it.
Wow, I know.
Let them have it. That's fine.
All right, Steve brought it up. Anderson's. Let's talk Anderson's. That's a
poor
big
Anderson.
blow to this community. 1,000 jobs going to be lost between here and Columbus. What are your thoughts on Anderson? You know, here's the problem. And a friend of mine put it on Facebook and said it the best. All these people that are crying about it, you should have been going there. I bet
That's
most of them
right.
would be like, unfortunately,
Well,
they're
I'm
not
going
top
there
of the
'cause
mind. They're not top of the mind. They
The
really
bottom,
aren't.
unfortunately,
Uh-huh.
they stepped out of their comfort zone. They brought in furniture and refrigerators,
Carpet.
Carpeting.
and carpet, and and that was not their first effort.
Right.
They should have kept it. The store in Sylvania, which I loved,
Uh-huh.
was the perfect store because you could go in, you could get fresh fish, you could get great
Right.
meat, you could
That's-
get homemade breads and stuff you wouldn't find
And
in
local.
Local,
stuff.
that's
But
true,
nobody
too.
went
The
there.
best
That's the
guacamole.
point. Nobody went
That-
there.
that's a
And
best
the board,
guac-
the
let me
board
tell
of directors said, "Look, we're losing all this money. It's
Right.
time to make
Well,
a change."
here's the harsh reality of the situation is that we're our Walmart society, and that's the
Certainly.
bottom line.
True.
It sucks.
And Amazon.
because Walmart doesn't give a crap about their customers. And here, I read
Or their employees.
Absolutely, I read an article once that said that they put so little resources into customer service. Why? Because no matter how bad they piss somebody off,
They come back.
if you've got the lowest price the next week or
That's
something,
true.
they're going to come right
That's
back.
true.
So it's our fault for continuing to support that. They kick us. And we continue to go
Whoa.
back time after time, and that's what's killed.
Anderson's
Yeah.
Sylvania
But you don't have to
store
dress
was
up.
perfect because they carried so many wonderful things. They carried the best guacamole. They made the best guacamole right in front of you. It was delicious.
Yeah.
The best crab salads,
Yep.
the best delis.
I would agree.
Great looking stuff in
Yep.
delis.
But again, like
Homemade breads.
What are you talking about? The Andersons?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of people, like they said, the millennials don't
go
shop
there,
there.
and
They
that's-
didn't go there.
No,
That's a great
because
point.
they
But
it's
wanna go to
happening
Fresh
all
Market,
over the
Market,
country.
or- yeah.
Time,
Fresh Time, Costco.
or Costco, or
Yeah.
drive up to Ann Arbor and go to Trader Joe's.
So times,
Yeah.
But the times are
just kinda
changing,
passed-
folks. It's all-
times
it's all
passed-
different.
Past
Yeah.
Anderson's buying.
You got to
Yeah.
say enough is enough. Move on. That's
Yeah.
all there
So
is.
you're okay
You know,
with them?
I don't see
shutting
Congress-
down?
I look.
I
The
don't
board
see
of directors
Congress
made the
putting another
decision.
down.
Hold on,
Hello.
one at a time. One time. What?
The board of directors made their decision.
Right.
They lost all this kind of money. They know how to run a business, and when you get into a situation like that, you weigh your options,
That's
and
right.
the option is we have to
Let's
close.
face it, the bottom line is the bottom line.
Here's
That's correct.
Here's
That's
the
correct.
ironic thing. Anderson's in the last couple of weeks have never been busier.
This is
Because-
true.
Oh, they're loaded right
I
now.
know.
They're absolutely jammed, and it's marvelous.
Really
But
sad commentary.
I know.
it is.
We got to take a break. We'll come back with more Love My 419. We're going to talk.
I don't have any more flowers for me. You're a little bullshit.
We're going to talk roundabouts. We're going to talk this new website that the county and city are putting into it. More Love My 419. It's fiery. It's our first episode of the new year. We'll be back right after this. Hang on.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know.
Welcome back to Love My 419, our brand new show, first show of the new year at the Harold Jaffe Jewelers Studios. I'm Andrew Z. Then we've got Bill Delaney, Sandy Eisenberg, and Steve Reamy. Ladies on one side, guys on the other side. Let's talk. let's talk.
I didn't say it.
Oh, I know where he lives.
Let's talk roundabouts in Toledo. Give me a second. I'm not even going to say whether they're good or bad. I have no idea. Like, there's people way smarter than me that decided roundabouts were the thing. But isn't there some sort of vote or something that?
No.
How do they spend our money and start shoving roundabouts on every single corner? Because here's the thing: if they decided that green lights were now stop and red lights were go, there would be some sort of vote or something. You couldn't just do that. How are they changing the way that we drive without even checking with us? I don't understand how this is happening,
Steve is more than
Steve.
ready.
Well, back in my former life, back when I was working for a civil engineering firm, they were looking at the studies in Europe and Canada where they used them a lot, and they showed that they reduced a lot of traffic accidents. They were more cost effective, and they were just all around just better.
But there's a lot of things that are better. But we have a say in our own lives. I would think you can't just start changing things. It's like shouldn't it give Toledoans a little crash course? Not everyone knows how to use them.
No, I use the one on Cherry Street. Okay, all the time.
Yeah.
To go downtown. And I was going around it the other day, which I know how to do it.
Right.
A lot of people don't.
Right.
I know how to do it.
Yeah.
But why did we spend all this money?
I don't know.
And there was no accidents there before.
Well,
Was there?
To answer that question,
Well, go ahead, Sandy. You jump in, Sandy.
Go ahead.
Because the city and the county has gotten federal money
There you go.
to put in roundabouts.
Yeah.
There you go.
But now putting a roundabout at Indian, Bancroft, and Secor may be one of the dumbest things I've ever
And to take
heard
all
of.
those homes away, absolutely.
homes
That's
away.
crazy.
It's
That's
unbelievable.
And
nuts.
second of all, they want to widen Secor. Well, Secor was built as a 2-lane road.
Right.
You don't need a 4-lane road from Bancroft Street to Central.
This whole
And there's space if they wanted to take it on the city side. There's not a lot of space on the Otto Hill side.
right.
No.
Steve,
So make it 2 lanes with a divider in the middle and stop screwing around.
Steve.
See, what they do is a lot of the people they'll do it, or when a new business is coming in, they have to do a traffic assessment,
Right.
meaning they have to look at
How
what the
many
makeup
cars?
of the traffic is.
And how
What
many
are the
cars?
busiest times of the day?
I'd
Is
like
it
to
more
see that
truck traffic?
assessment.
Is it more car traffic? So they have to look at that. Then they look at the high incident of accidents, and that's what weighs out, because a lot of times the traffic is very complex, and it's better for
But
Put
here's
that
the- but here's the
information
thing.
out so we can study
But
it.
here's the other thing: if they made all the streets made of bubble wrap, that would save accidents. They're not going to do. You can't. Who's determining? We should have a say in this.
Correct.
You have a say.
We
You
don't have a
elect
say.
Councilmen,
There you
elect
go.
Commissioners,
But
and
we
you
have it
elect
there's
our
no
county
vote.
engineer.
They're just popping up everywhere.
Bottom line, if you're going to use a roundabout, it should be in an area where the numbers dictate how many cars are really going through that area. At Bancroft, Secor, and Indian, there's a lot of cars. You got all those kids and folks going downtown, coming out, and the university. And Kenwood Boulevard and Secor. How ridiculous is
You know
that?
what?
But
If
for
they-
100 years, since cars were invented, we've done them the other way. We don't need just because something's round and makes it all of a sudden safer. I don't understand.
You know what we
I'm
need to
gonna
make
tell you that the
safer?
Earth is round
What
and
we
it's
need to
not
make
flat.
what we need to make safer is the drivers here in Toledo. They are a mess.
We probably need
That's true.
Like I said,
Yeah.
we probably need a little crash course on how to use it because people don't know. They're like going in, they're not going in, they're swooping past me. I'm like, whoa, you guys, hold on. You gotta, They don't know how to use them.
That's true.
They're just popping up everywhere. It's amazing.
And they still
Well-
run red lights. I don't care what you do, where you go, how much timing you got. They're still running
Well, that's
them right
the whole
at
other
last
issue
minute.
too. I like the roundabouts because you don't have the red light cameras at the roundabouts.
But you
Yeah.
have a problem.
But you don't need
You
them
got a
everywhere.
problem if you're a person that is using it for the first, second, or third time, and you got
Talking
a guy
to this thing.
and
Is
you
your
got a
first
guy
day?
coming this way, and you got a guy coming that way, and you say, "Oh, where am I going?"
Well, I mean, the sign clearly says that these roundabouts yield. Yield has one meaning: slow down. Look at what's coming in, what's coming out.
People just don't know how to use them.
That's it.
I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
here's another interesting one. Everyone knows Toledo's water problems. Here's the amazing thing. I don't know if you guys know this, and I bet Steve knew this. Do you know that there's still people? How long ago did we have that water crisis? 4 years ago?
Yeah, whatever.
Three.
There are people,
I was
including
in
my
the
entire family at 3 different households, that don't drink tap water anymore.
crazy.
We've gotten into the habit of bottled water.
We didn't
and
have
we're
a
not going
problem
back.
to start with. I swear we had no. I know the Tom
Have you
Winooski.
seen those things, the algae that you
Oh,
want to drink that?
wait,
We're not shoving you here.
No,
I'm going
stop
to give
it,
you an
stop
algae
it.
breakfast. I'm going to give you an algae omelet.
Okay,
and tell me
you
we're having
bring me
problems.
something when you get it, okay?
Yeah, I am.
They
Algae,
take the water
bacon or
from down
sausage?
here. Down here, they intake the water. The algae's up here. What is your problem?
Wait a minute. You drank crazy juice this morning. You're telling
No,
me
I drank the water.
You're telling me that the algae's okay?
I drink crazy juice all the time.
It's poisoning our water system. The runoff from these farmers is
the
killing.
farmers are doing it. Where were they years
their
ago?
fertilizer.
Oh, where were they years ago when we didn't have the algae?
You don't believe in global warming either, do
Oh,
you?
hell no. Hell no.
Here's the thing that drives me crazy, Bill.
Yeah, we went
is
up
let's
1
say-
degree. Wow.
Let's say you're right, but why not err on the side of you might be wrong and you might be ruining our water and ruining our air?
Have you been to
for-
the water
for our
plant? Have you
future?
been to the water plant? Have you
It's
ever toured it?
unbelievable.
Have you ever toured it to
No.
find out the purity
No.
of the water that goes through there?
No.
It is very good, and it was good when that happened. It was still good. Okay.
Please be sane, Sandy, and go. Please say something sane.
Call Collingwood Water.
There you go.
You can't tell me what the green. It's neon. Come
I
on,
know, I've
Bill.
seen it. I've seen
so
it.
what, you're saying that's cool?
Oh wait,
I wasn't drinking
Period
it.
Water wants to call.
I wasn't drinking it. Nobody was drinking it or taking showers with it.
What do you mean?
It never
But
came
you
out.
don't think that that's a problem in the water system? Whether we're drinking it down below or not, neon green is not what should be in our water.
I like
That's
green. I'm
right.
Irish. Understand? I'm
Gosh,
Irish.
I can't even deal with this.
No, it's not. Listen, even Collins, when he was down as mayor, he would show me the aerial photos of this stuff, and it's where they do the dredging and put the crap right back in the river
Okay,
again.
But let's take the fact. Let's say there's
Okay.
nothing wrong with our drinking water. Let's
Okay.
put that out. You can't tell me neon green on the top of our rivers is okay.
No,
Okay, well then we need to fix it.
nasty for
Right?
the boats.
Yeah, exactly.
And are you
what's
going to
doing
fix it?
That's
What is
fertilizer
anybody?
runoff.
Tell me
Did
who's
you
going to
ever
fix it.
look- yeah,
Who's
but
going to
did
fix
you
it?
ever look at your water sometime?
The EPA?
and your toilet bowl, just look, and there's like a film of oil across the top.
Well, it doesn't
What
happen
is
in my
that?
toilet bowl.
Yeah, it happens in everybody's.
Yes.
And sometimes during the seasons, you will find a
film.
light
A film.
I've seen
on
it.
your water.
I've seen it.
Sometimes your water smells stronger with chlorine.
100%.
Sometimes
I
it
know that the
doesn't.
chlorine will have an effect, but I have never had any effect from anything else with the water.
So if I hand you a chlorine tab and put it in your mouth, there's probably going to be some ill effects.
He says nothing. He said drinking the water hasn't done anything to him.
Look at him. What do you mean?
Look at him.
All right, let's take a break.
That's helped you a lot, buddy. I'll tell you what. Yeah, you drinking too much something.
All right, more Love My 419.
Yeah, I'm not loving anything right now. We're good.
More Love My 419 on the way. We take a break. Love My 419 from the Harold Jaffe Jeweler Studios, Andrew Z. And then we've got Bill Delaney, Sandy Eisenberg, and Steve Remy. All right, so before we went to break, I had to take a break or my head was going to explode by this guy. He's going to drive me crazy. But we were talking about the water situation from a few
Right.
years ago. Well, now the county and the city have gotten together, and they put together this website, and it says basically it lines out the area counties or the area cities in Lucas County where you can drink the water and where you can't drink the water for this summer. And $250,000 in this website.
That's the biggest part, yes.
Of lunacy. Go ahead. What were
Yeah,
we
well,
gonna say?
250,000. Come on, that's bad enough to come up with a paint by number thing, which only shows colors.
Yeah, I don't know if
Okay,
you guys
so
can
show
see-
them.
I don't know if you can
Paint
see it
by
on
number,
television.
yeah. And it doesn't even give the cities on there. It's just all of Northwest Ohio.
It's nice
practically. I
colors.
don't know.
Yeah, it's, I don't.
Yeah.
Go, it's look, Sandy. You look
For
like
what?
you have something
What
to
is
say.
the
Worried
reason?
about the brown spot.
I don't know. Want to know what's
I don't
going
know
on
the
with
yellow
the water. and the
spot
blue.
either.
One should always be worried about the brown spot.
Green I could understand, but the blue I have no idea what that is.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, I think they're trying. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to have people pay attention You know, people spend more time on their computers and their phones than anything else.
I
that
think they
do in
mentioned the
life.
EPA in there, and that's who should be looking at this thing
Well,
and
I
working
think
with the
they're-
community.
I think that's what they are doing. If you read between
Well, if-
the lines, I think.
Well, if they're going to
Yeah.
do that, they should make one that shows all the stores around the city and which ones have the best prices on bottled water and color code those. Now that I would
Then you
enjoy.
have another problem with bottled water because people just arbitrarily throw those plastic bottles away, and you have
I know.
and
Well-
millions of bottles clogging oceans and. So
There
I mean,
is
you're
just
damned
no
if you do,
end.
and you're damned if you don't.
There
I
is
know
no
it, I
end
know
to commentary.
So
on
let's throw $250,000 at the problem and see
You're
what
right,
happens.
right.
I would hope they got
Spend,
a grant.
spend,
I didn't
spend.
know. Did they get a grant for that 250?
I hope so.
I
Who
doubt it.
knows? Just spend it.
Hey,
All right.
listen, whatever.
Before we get out of here, we want to get some final thoughts. Our first show of 2017. Been off for a few months. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let's go. Bill Delaney, do you have anything that's on your mind that you haven't been able to share yet? This is your time to shine. Take your 20 seconds and do whatever you want.
We don't have that kind of time. I mean, I could go on for days.
Thank God
A
she
lot of
can't.
things are. Did you ask her to
No,
comment
this is
on
his
it?
time, Sandy.
My time, Sandy.
I profoundly apologize.
Now my time is over. So there's my 20 seconds.
Steve,
Go.
do you have a final thought, final anything?
Well, you know what? In light of the announcement with Anderson, it just in the back of my mind, it even reinforces what we always say upon this show: support local
Absolutely.
as much as you can.
What do they say? Every dollar spent local infuses like
double or
$8
triple.
into the
Yeah.
community
Right.
or something
Right.
ridiculous like that.
Absolutely.
And I don't. As a rule, our family doesn't do. I don't like chain restaurants.
Neither do
really
I.
Don't.
Nope.
That's just my thing. I love.
I like homemade. Growth.
Yeah,
Right.
me too.
Homies,
So.
homies.
Well,
Yeah,
not to mention, you got to think too when you go to someplace local, the people that work there, the people that are serving you, are more appreciative than a lot of times some of
For
the
sure.
chain people.
Oh yeah,
They-
the chains. You're going to get a pay. Believe me, there's no customer service
Oh,
going on
no.
at the big box stores.
No.
Some of them are getting worse,
my,
too.
my favorite. Yeah, they are getting worse. My
Yeah.
favorite thing is they have 72 lanes and there's always 2 open. It's like, what do you have 72 lanes
Yeah,
for?
I
Whatever
can
it is.
guarantee you, Mitch the Fry Guy doesn't know my name. Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
That
Sandy,
was mine.
Oh, well, you go, girl.
talking to the microphone. Sandy, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I'm glad that we're back.
Me too.
I hope we make everybody enjoy the show. I hope they enjoy it.
Stay on the.
And
I
that
hope Sandy stays on the microphone.
Yeah, it would be nice if I did.
And I hope the people.
But I'm glad to be back.
Me
and
too.
Yeah.
with these
I am
crazy
too.
people here
Absolutely.
that I adore.
See you
Even
guys,
though that some are, the opposite.
Next
never mind.
week, we'll see you next week at 7:30 a.m. Tell your friends, set your DVR or whatever. Next Saturday, next Sunday, right before the Today Show, 7:30 right here on NBC 24. The Today Show is right now.